Right, with Lightroom open, we are going to add our photos. All right, we're going to go to our USB DCIM. This can get tricky. I'm going to sort by type. Scroll all the way to the bottom because that's where they're going to be. All right, what's going to do first? JPEG or RAW? Okay. Okay, Duncan Windows, JPEGs. All right, we're just going to bring them all in. And we'll go over which ones are best. Review for import. All right. Make my window smaller. All right, so we're going to keep most of these. Where's the rest? Where's the rest of my stuff? It's being added. All right. All right. All right, add 88 photos. I like them all. If I didn't like them, I would select the ones I didn't like. All right. So we're going to wait till they all get populated here. All 88 of them. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to edit by like what type they are, right? So these are all the group photos right here. Okay. I have those selected and I can just go to detail view of just here. Okay. And first we'll just work with one. They all seem to have the same color profile. Okay, we're way down to Lightroom here. Okay. Some are better than others. All right, so what we can do is we can hit auto first to always check your auto and see what this will look like with the auto feature on there. Okay. And what's really cool is if you guys want to look at before and after, you can hold Y. Select your photo, press Y. Let's see right here. Lightroom is really struggling right now. Okay. Okay, so why does this before and after? As you can tell, you know, there's before, there's after. All right, so if we go here, it's before and after of this photo. Hold Y. Before and after, right? Pretty good. Hit Y again. Turn it off. Go back to your normal view. All right. So we're going to have this guy selected. And we just come up here. And we do have auto profile setting. That's pretty good. We do just want to maybe adjust the shadows. A little brighter might be okay. The whites, you could probably, you know, turn those down. A little bit of contrast. And if I like this, I can also check right here because this will say as shot or auto. Sometimes it's better. So as shot, pretty nice. Daylight's pretty good. So here's as shot and here's daylight. I like that daylight. I'm going to go choose that. And let's see if I want to turn down the texture clarity dehaze. I can leave that for actual Photoshop, but since this is pretty good, we're going to go ahead and do that. Remove chromatic aberration, enable lens correction. Okay, the very last thing I would do with this photo, I would come over here. You could hit C to open this window up a lot faster, but you could draw your point of horizon, right? Or you could just hit auto by opening geometry and upright transformation. You could hit auto, see what it pops up as, and you could go through a couple features here. Normally auto is kind of the best, but you can play around with it, see which one you like. You don't need to really do any removal here. Got it. Don't really need to create a mask. You know, we could mess around with the sky. We're not going to in this one. We'll save that for Photoshop. All right, we can drop this here. All right. And then let's see. If you wanted to, additionally, you could come up here, hit this tab, go up to presets, and you can go through any of these that you may like. You can also do it in Photoshop. You can also go through these and see for portrait. You can go for recommended. You can hit subtle. There's a bunch of ones from Lightroom community that are cool as well. I'll kind of show you a little preview, you know, for quick edits. Okay, I don't like any of these, so I'm not going to. We go adaptive sky here. If we were going to go easy on the sky, if we were like, yeah, right? Okay, I'm cool with this, but here's the thing. What's really cool is now I have this selected. I could right click and either I could copy the edit settings or I could just hit copy edit settings, right? And then we need to select everything that we used. So it copies it. So we just kind of want to have all of it highlighted, you know, just to be safe. We can hit copy, okay, and then we can go and select these photos. I click it, I hold shift, and I select it, and then I go paste edit settings, paste settings containing mask to 6 photos. Let's just go replace, or I could turn that mask off. So I could go back to the one I have, cancel, copy edit settings. This will come up again. I could turn that masking off. Crop and geometry we want in there. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll copy that, and then hopefully when we select and go back through all these, paste edit settings, there we go. You can see them literally being changed as you go. And if I think that's a pretty good tool for all of them, I will go and do the rest of them like that. Looks like there's 2 more. The other ones, let's just go here. Select here, paste edit settings. Look at that. It remembers the level, the geometry, so you don't have to make the moves for the same photos. These ones are a little bit different here. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to just, you know, see what it recommends and see how it does for auto, first of all. I can close that. I can go auto, see how that is. It's all right. Maybe a little bit exposure. Turn down the highlights. Bump up the shadows a little bit. Turn on the whites in this case, bump up the blacks, or turn down and give it more definition here. Okay, if we could check out how it was shot. As shot or daylight. You know, as shot's pretty good in this one. Gives it a little bit of a different look. We could mess with dehaze and all that, but some of these I'm going to slap the logos on in Photoshop and maybe just do a little bit of editing. So I'm going to leave that alone. All right, so then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go into some of these tools. All right, let's see. No, we don't want to do anything with any mask on this. We can open up geometry and let's just hit auto. Auto in this case is all right. If we turn... Okay, we just got to remember what we're missing. If we look at the other ones, we can see why we kind of just stick with auto here. Auto. Go off and go back to auto that way. So it's like we know it's a full reset. All right, that's great. I'm going to go for right here. I'm going to go copy edit settings, and we'll include this crop and geometry, and we'll hit copy. And then we're going to come here, select all these ones through here, paste edit settings. That's going to do that auto level and everything else. Okay. Now right here through these couple ones. All right, let's just go ahead and kind of go through the same one. You can decide to either start with a filter if you really want and just kind of see where it's at. It's kind of a fun one. But I don't want to copy and paste all those edit settings. Let's just hit auto here. That's great. I really like that. And we can just leave that and just make sure we do the geometry here. I like the auto. Look at that. Perfect in this case. And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and copy edit settings. Make sure that level, crop, and geometry is in there. Copy. And for all these next ones right here, we're going to try to paste settings, and we'll just double check them. Looks like I'm going to hit Control Z because some of these ones didn't look so hot here. Alright. Auto was good. Auto good here. Maybe I might just copy those moves. Okay. So copy edit settings. Let's keep crop geometry. Turn off these auto settings. Hit copy. So that's what happened. It wanted to apply auto settings. Okay, so now we have those copied, and we're going to go paste settings. And just kind of make sure they look the same. And when we check them, we want to make sure this auto's on. It is, so we can tell that that has been applied as well. All right, this one looks a little different, so we're going to go ahead and hit auto. And then we're going to come up here and hit auto. This is okay. I might just want to add a little bit more contrast. And let's see, pull the shadows back to open their faces up a little bit. I could even come down to this color mixer and decide, well, okay, well, these blues, the saturation on them can come down a little bit, not too much. And maybe just like the hue, that's going to change the color though, just so you guys know. The luminance on how bright this is, if I wanted a darker blue, right, or a brighter blue, all right. That's really good where we're at, no real touch there. I could decide to hit that dehaze a little bit, as you see, and just turn the texture down just a little bit. Remember, they're men, so we just want to have the gritty edits looking good. All right, this is going to be really good. I like this, and I just want to check the auto. Okay, that's good. Moving on. All right, so let's see. Now, it's kind of the same thing. You know, we just want to check this, and then if you want to do any fancy edits after you export your first few, then you can kind of like go back and work with them or change them up as you see fit, right? All right, so this is good. Auto. No real need here to switch. We'll just hit, let's see, for this one, auto, and then we'll just see if we apply all of them, and if we're going to do more in Photoshop or get your fancy edits, you can just hit your auto and then your auto level. That's a really good base, okay? So this photo now has a really good base, and we're going to go copy edit settings, make sure that crop and remove, turn that off, hit copy, and then let's just hit paste to one. Okay. And then we can come up here to see what it changed up here. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty solid. Okay. And kind of same thing here. Auto. Come down here. Auto. Right. Really good. Okay, we can go copy edit settings for this type of one. Okay, crop and geometry. Make sure auto settings, we can turn that off. Come here, paste the settings. Okay. All right, let me see. We got +17. And we can just kind of double check them. It's got that auto. It's got this applied. This does not have this applied. So I could go auto again. Auto again. All right. Now these are just going to be kind of like for the close-up pics. So I'll go Copy edit settings right here. Make sure that's in there. I'll turn that off. I'll hit copy. And now for all the close-up ones, I'll hold Control or Command plus click for anything up close. Let's see. This is all against logos. So anybody really up against a logo, the logo in the background, that's what we're going to do. So these will be anybody that's against this logo here. And then we'll go through and we'll knock out all the leaning pictures, because I really did like 2 or 3 poses and that was it. All right, let's see. Okay, paste settings, and this should be pretty basic, pretty standard. I like them. They looks fine to me. All right, now we can do all the leaning photos. So this can be auto. All right, so if I hit Control Z and I go back, oh, it looks like I already affected this one. Did this one, I did this one, I did this one. All the leaning pics. Here we go. Okay, auto. It's okay. Auto. We're just going to leave that one be on its own. Auto. And let's see. Auto. Okay. These are quick edits if you really wanted to. I do know that we're just going to slap a logo on. You could get this actually all done in Lightroom if you uploaded a logo for it to export in the bottom right corner. Bring that exposure up a little bit. Turn the height. Oof, I see what's going on here. It's really just opening the shadows up to see his face. Or we could paint it on in Photoshop is the other way. So we'll give it some space. We can turn the whites down a little bit. Don't want to make it too bright. The blacks. All right. These are going to be kind of, might have to kind of go through them a little bit. But either way, you are going to see all these photos edited in a really quick manner here. You're going to see my whole workflow. Let's see, this auto. Oof. Sometimes auto doesn't always get it. Okay. So brighten them up. Okay, turn on exposure. A few things I could do with turning down exposure. Brighten it up a little bit this way. Don't want to wash it out. Okay, if we can mess with the as shot. Let's see, the color, the clarity. No, we'll save that for Photoshop. And then we'll just hit auto. And there we go. Okay, I don't like that for him. We'll level that. See, look at that. Huge difference already. Guided. He looks a lot better with it being guided. We'll go over these next steps here. All right, and auto. Nope, auto's not working. We can browse color profiles there, but let's see for this. Actually, we'll turn it up this way by turning the exposure down a little bit. And the highlights. And we can just use the shadows and the blacks to kind of bump up. The whites will wash it out, so we're going to turn those down. And rely more on shadows and blacks. All right. And that looks fine. Nope, that takes his arm and kind of makes his arm kind of crazy. We're going to have to go with that level right there. Okay, here we go. Auto's not working for him. So it'll be brighten it up here. Here, turn the whites down. Well, good thing I took a handful of photos. That one's not it. Some of these already have stuff applied to them, so I just got to remember that when I click on them and I see that auto, or I see them already having adjustments here. Let's see if level works better for him. Guided, vertical, or auto. Maybe this level right here worked best. And how did this look? Okay, that's all right. All right, nothing on here. All right, so remember before when I was hitting auto and it was blowing it out, it was because it already had a profile correction on there. But as I train and go through this, sometimes that can be hard, like, and I can forget stuff, right? This is pretty good. You know, I might want to just kind of brighten it just a little bit. No, too much. All right, that's good. This one's horrible. Let's see here. Let's see what auto does versus level versus guided. Okay, auto's great in this case. All right. Colors. Let's see, as shot. Auto. Yep, I'm still loving the as shot. All right, still sold on that. Let's try auto. There we go. Auto. Let's try the auto versus the guided. See, kind of scrunches his head down. Level's okay. This auto was way better. It worked way better in his case. Hit auto here. And let's see if we could take some of the highlights out. Shadows up because his face is in the shadow. Turn on a little bit of whites and bump the blacks back up to kind of bring that in a little bit. I do break most of the rules in photography, so. All right, and I'm cool with this. All right, this guy is gonna get. Oh, this one's already done. Yep, I'm cool with that. This one's done. This one's done. Okay. Generally, most of them you can get your base edits really quick. I don't want to have like every single like this one profile to all of them. That's why I just go through and I tune them a little bit like this, and I kind of just get the best looking. There we go. See, that was great. I was cool with that. That's a really good color profile right there. That's a really good look. We can open that shadows up a little bit more to open his face. His face is in, and also we can paint it in Photoshop. And I will be showing you this. This auto is going to really, okay, that's perfect. This one's already done. This one's got auto on there. Okay, this one right here. It's going to be a lot with the shadows on this one. All right, I knew it. Shadows all the way up. Can open the blacks up a little bit more. I'm cool with that. All right, let's see. It's going to be the shadows again. All right. Turn those highlights down. A little bit of blacks, kind of even that out. Okay. And remember, we are also going to be going to Photoshop with these. I think level would probably work best on guided. Level, no. Vertical, no. All right, guided it is. All right. All right. Okay. So with just these couple simple moves, I can go through and get all of this editing done in a real short amount of time. I'm not even going to mess with this one. I'm just going to pull this one out. I shouldn't have put it in there then if I was going to. Okay, this has been went through all those ones. Okay, auto. And the same process for these guys, unless it's really bad. Like this one, there's more shadows. And there we go, that'll even that a little bit. Okay, for this one, we'll go copy edit settings. We'll use that. Copy that. Paste edit settings. Come on. There we go. No, the exposure is a little too much. I want to bump the whites up. Okay. Let's try a new one. So if they start copying and pasting wrong, then it starts to suck. Okay, auto. All right. This one's pretty good. Really blue, that's all right. Bump that up a little bit. Bring some highlights back. Yeah, all right. Auto. No. Sometimes it doesn't always get it right. There we go. Wait, hold on. We want to make sure we get that level. I'm okay with that in this one. All right. Okay. Pull the shadows off his face. Okay. Okay. Where's my spot here? Okay. All right, already way better. Last but not least, too bright. A little better right around there. And auto. Way better. Okay, so now we have all of our photos. We are going to go ahead and hit export on these. And we are just going to download all these. So, all right, we're just going to go. These will be up in the cloud, so that'll be fine. But we're going to put them on our actual hard drive here. So we want them small. And let's see. And for this, we'll just select this whole thing. Select this work folder. Okay. Control A. That'll select everything else. But you can manually select them all if you'd like. But then right here, custom settings or small. We can get custom settings here. And now we just want to hit Control A or hold Shift and go through and select them all. And we can do small. But it's not giving us a size here. Custom. We can just do it small. JPEG for the type. Quality 100%. JPEG output. Sharpening none. sRGB. Okay, that's fine. Access. All right, we're gonna go ahead and export 87 photos. And okay, so if you had the brand uploaded, you could also hit include watermark right there. All right, so we're gonna hit export photos. It should ask us where we want it. I'm gonna put G drive and Duncan. I'm gonna double click that. These are LR edits. So then I know that all I have to do with these is bring them into Photoshop. And now we wait. And so now Lightroom's going to edit all of it. We will see you guys in the next one for the part 2 of the workflow. So part 2 of the workflow, we will be editing in Photoshop, adding the brand. If you wanted to, you could add their logo as your watermark and export like that. That would be the other option. I like to have more control, so we're going to do it in Photoshop.